Okay, so I'm just finishing off a building and pest inspection for a post-war home in Brighton. The building's been built on concrete blocks and I found significant termite damage inside and some major building defects to the subfloor. So I thought I'd just take you inside the subfloor area and just show you some of these big defects. If you can have a look from this position here, you can see there's old timber stumps. Looks like there's some new steel posts being put in. Immediately you can see there's some rust to the base of these steel posts. And just generally having a look over to the far corners, we can see that there's really no ventilation and the ground's very damp, and there's some erosion and water flow through the soil which runs down to the low point here where there is some major ponding, and these steel posts, well, they just need to be replaced. So I'll take you a little bit further in and show you some of the timber stump damage and how bad some of this rust is. Okay. This is one of the old stumps. We've done some repair work. These stumps have been cut off at the top due to the damage and the wood rot to the base, and they've removed the old timber bearer and replaced it with this new steel I-beam, which is taking a fair load to the floor. And they've installed these new steel posts. Now these would normally be covered in a blackjack or a membrane to protect it from this water which is causing it to rust. If you have a closer look up there, the water's just running all the way down and just making this a really highly conducive area for termites. Damage to the timber posts and corrosion to these steel posts. But that's not where it ends with this little subfloor area. There's some pretty poor building technique when they've actually installed these steel I-beams. They've just placed them on these random masonry blocks and timber. There's nothing stopping the termites from eating that little bit of timber packing. It's not bearing on the external wall. So any subsidence to this soil, this whole floor is going to drop. The further we go, it just gets worse and worse. You can see there this steel bearer is not sitting on anything. Leaking pipes, really poor drainage. And everywhere you look, there just seems to be something else to find. And I'll just take you out again. Termite damage has been found at this brick pier, block pier, and no ant capping. And this is the past evidence. You can see they've scraped it all away, all the mudding, but this is where they would have got into the building. And that ends another poorly built home.